Hello and good evening. It is November 21st. It's 10:30 p.m. For our Eastern friends. We are a little delayed for our coverage of the Survivor 43 because we had a very special guest in the stream before. If you caught us
Yeah,
at
we
9
did.
o'clock, we had the very special Lewis and Michelle from The Amazing Race. They were on for some casual chats. What's
Yeah.
your favorite chatters? So we're a little delayed, but we're here because the last time we discussed Survivor 43 now, we were three heavier. All right. We lost we've lost three survivors since the last time we were all gathered together. So
Mhm.
lots to discuss and discuss we shall. Let's get into it. I am Kyle Petty, and I am joined by my two favorite survivors, John Dunphy and Gina Morgino, and this is Strat Chat, your favorite reality TV podcast. Presumptuous, we know. You can find us on the socials at Strat Chat Pod or on our website at stratchatpod.com. Okay. All right. So episode 8 of Survivor 43 opens up with a very upset and distraught Janine. She was on the outside of the vote. Her idol was left in the crotch of Dwight as he exited, or so she thought, and so everyone else thought. We come to find out that Jesse holds this idol. I'm so happy I
Wild.
rewatched this episode recently.
I actually
because-
screamed at my TV in that moment. That
Yeah.
was so unexpected.
so
Wild.
unexpected, so unbelievable, and I guess my first question here. So James has knowledge is power, right? It's not really a spoiler. It doesn't really matter anymore, right? It doesn't matter. But James has knowledge is power. Now, if he says, "Do you have an idol?" and he says yes, he still only has to give him one, right? He doesn't need to give him both. Like,
No.
it's you have an idol. He would not
Right.
ask. Now, I wonder if
I think it's like it's either like an idol or an advantage. So if you ask like, do you have an idol? You have to give up the idol. If you say, do you have an advantage? You have to give up the advantage.
yes,
I think.
I would agree that. I would agree with that to be so. I do agree. That is my knowledge on this. Now, my challenging question would be now if he did happen to catch wind that he had two and he said, "Do you have two idols?" Does he get to snatch them?
I don't think that he can actually ask, "Do you have two idols?" Because I think on that advantage like scroll that he has, I think it says like you can ask one of two questions, and I think that the questions have to be phrased either. Do you
have an idol or
an idol or an advantage? I don't think you can deviate from those at all.
Okay.
That's
I
my
think it's just a
understanding
one
as well.
shot. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So he's got two.
But I don't know if like the person that gets asked, like if they're just like, well, actually, I happen to have two. like maybe that.
Oh, you mean all of these?
Yeah. Which one would you like? What's your favorite
Yeah.
color?
Yeah.
Wild. So that's that. That's how that one opens. And Janine, still very upset. She doesn't know what's going to happen. She's very concerned.
This is gonna be a rough stream for me, by the way. Like this is what I was saying before. Like by the time this stream starts, both of my winner picks are still in the game. And by the time this stream ends, both of my winner picks are going to be out of the game. So
I lost one too. I lost one too.
So this is going to be a rough one for me.
Yeah. You went from being king of the hill to completely flattened. Yay, nay. Don't let us know in the comments. Don't let us know.
Now I'm just crushed underneath the hill.
Beaten down, slammed down. So let's see here. We had an immunity challenge. But first, they were offered a chance for 5 people to sit out, and the entire tribe would receive some rice.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
James had asked, can we do 4? And Jeff said, absolutely not. 5 is the number. If you can't get it together today, it'll be more expensive on the morrow. So they do get together, and 5 people do step forward and agree to not play in the immunity challenge in order for the team to have for the tribe to have some rice.
Mhm.
Now who was that now? It was James. Who cares? Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So this is where they played Overextended was the name of this immunity challenge. Now this was the one with the ball on the platform, right? Now we've seen it before. You had the ball on top of the platform, and you had these live transitions with adding pieces of pole going up, going up. Last one standing, with their ball on the platform wins the game. Now, there was some discourse on Twitter I had seen about people not believing that people should have been using their body to support the pole. And that it should have just been straight up and down, holding like so for our visual friends. Where do you stand on this? How do you feel about the physical support of one's body supporting said pole?
Well, how did they say it was being supported?
Like
I think right. Some
Ryan was
people
kind
were
of
like,
leaning it on his head, and it kind of had it on his chest at one point, kind of like leaning like this. And
right.
some people were saying that should not be allowed. We should just be holding straight up. No assistance.
See, I think I agree with that, especially because other people are holding it without having it leave. But at the same time, while I say that, I feel like you shouldn't be able to do that. But if it's not against the rules, then
right. If it wasn't explicitly said, then
then you could do it
all's
too.
fair. Yeah.
Right. So that's just their tactic. No one's saying you can't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
It does look. It just does look funny, like you said. Like one person's holding it, but they're leaning it against something else, and they get that extra. Like maybe it's not as tough on their arms, so they can last longer. Like
but that's them implementing a better strategy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you're not going to take advantage of something that's not against the rules, then you don't have anyone to blame. That's on you. Yourself.
Yeah.
And I think it's up for debate whether or not that's a better strategy. If you're standing here like this, that means now all of a sudden your back is stiff. Like you're going to be in that for a minute. And like, I don't know, there's a lot more possibility for wobbles, a lot of wobbles. And I don't know, a lot of wobbles.
I feel like too, like if you're leaning it against your body, like you might start to get a little more lazy, not as focused. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, now you try to like reposition and the ball falls,
Right. Yeah. Or Mother Nature goes, and then that's it. That's it. You weren't ready for it. But this saw the win by Owen. Owen wins this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then a moment too soon, according to him, because he feels like he's on the outs, right? This is a major focal point of this episode. Him kind of feeling like no one's really on his side, this, that, and the other thing.
I mean, I definitely think he needed that.
He did.
Oh yeah.
He did. So there's that. So who did it come down to with this one? This vote was who was up for grabs? Cassidy was pushing for Ryan. That's what it was. Cassidy was pushing for Ryan.
Yeah, they've been going hard after each other, trying to get each other out.
And they're both from Coco, which is interesting. Not seeming to care about these tribal lines post-merge. Okay, no care.
It is so interesting how some of them are like, no, like this is the alliance. We have to stick together, and some of them are like, screw them.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? Like, I never knew you. You're still new to me. We've only been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not caring about these tribal lines at all. Where everyone else is really pushing hard for Janine. Really pushing hard. And she's really had a rough go here. Many strokes of bad luck. Many strokes. Oh, yeah.
Really taking it on the chin, in the season.
Ha ha ha.
You felt real good about that one.
I'm just making a comment. Jeez.
I feel good. Jeez. I felt really good about it. Yeah. So
we
that's how
make
that-
we make so many dumb puns on this show. You're gonna give me a hard time about taking it on the chin, really?
It's not right. It's not right. But with that, I don't know. I have no more on this, right? Janine goes home.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
There's a lot of James stuff in there. A lot of James.
He really thinks it was funny to hear him being referred to constantly as like the Godfather. You could see how comfortable he has gotten at this point in the game.
I gotta say, I could have a lot more tolerance for James if he would just clear his throat.
I just literally every time that I hear him speak, I'm like, Kyle is screaming somewhere.
I just can't. So this next episode didn't come a moment too soon. Okay? So we had a double. This is a double eviction in Survivorland. Really, because there's not much more to say about Janine's exit, right? Not much more. That's it. Yeah.
Sorry,
Janine.
She got overwhelmingly voted out. It was like 9-2. So
yeah, it was a smoking.
And she's first in jury, yeah?
Yeah.
First in jury.
Jury member Juan. Uno. And this is also a hit to J Dunn 89. Excuse me, can you please change your name?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How did we not realize that until now?
If I didn't say J Dunn 89, I wouldn't even have noticed it.
Before we realized you had Kyle's name.
Because I said J Dunn 89 is what made me realize.
That is actually very funny. Wow. Did not realize at all.
What a nightmare.
That's funny.
What a nightmare. Stretch it. Right? Where were we? Oh, so Janine, the end of Janine.
I know exactly what you're grimacing at there.
We got a spam comment. That's all.
No.
Unless you're not spam, I'll check you out still. anyway, getting off on the tangent here. So we're going into this one. Janine's gone. Whatever.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Yeah, my winner pick though, Janine.
Yeah, because I thought my page would load faster, and so I didn't have anything up. So I'm sorry. Right. So we played this immunity challenge. This was Crocodile Rock. The reward that came with this immunity challenge was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Yes. This was the one where we had a ball on top with a little like a little chute, little slidey thing. You had to keep the ball up there.
Jeff referred to it as like Jaws.
Yeah. Like Crocodile Rock. Yeah. You had to keep the ball up there. Last one to drop, obviously, is the winner. Now, this was played in 2 different groups of 5. Because we were going to have, two separate tribals. The winner wins this reward of peanut butter and jelly for their half of the tribe. And they get to go to tribal second. Then knowing now how the first half now voted. I don't know about anyone else. I'm down for a double, and I think that's very exciting. I am so sick of voting in these small numbers. Like we're not getting to see people play. What is the point of merging?
Yeah, it's like 2 votes ends up being all you really need. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sick of it. I'm really, really getting tired of it. Boo twist.
All you really need to do is convince 1 or 2 people, and then you're done. Like it's not really.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Because I like too when we get to this stage of the game where it's like votes are going on multiple people. Like Obviously the Janine one was straightforward. She got voted out 9-2. That's why it only took us 10 minutes to talk about that.
Right.
But
not exciting.
But before that, the vote was 7-3-2. Dwight got sent out, but James got votes. Ryan got votes. The week before that, it was 7-2-1-1. Ellie got voted out, but 4 different people got votes put on their name. Like, that's not going to happen in this type of, little split that they do. And it's like, you're right.
Right.
We just merged. We just brought everybody together. Why are we now separating them already?
Yeah.
I do like the, one side, only one side gets the reward. I guess that kind of thing is fun because you see like the one side, they're like, oh crap, we didn't get the peanut butter and jelly. And like Cassidy, Jesse, and who was it? I forget who the other person was, but that side that got the reward, none of them got immunity, but they were like celebrating like they just won the Super Bowl because they were about to get jelly. Right, because they were going to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, I don't know, that little extra thing too is fun to me, but like
that's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you can maybe find then give us a reward challenge, like an old school reward challenge, and we can get that same fun. And I don't know, let everybody vote all together. Like, I don't want these small tribes, because now you're taking all this team. Once we get down to 5, well, that's not exciting. We've been at 5 the entire game.
Yeah.
Right. Like, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. Boo, 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 boo.
Tomato.
Cabbage. So Carla wins on the blue side. Okay. Actually, that is why the episode is named what it's named. All right, this episode was named What About the Big Girls? And that's because she made that comment about being a big girl.
What was it? Was it Gabler that was like, "Oh yeah, you're with the big boys now," and she's like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, it was something like that.
She's like, "I'm holding on to this thing still with stitches in my hand." All right, so how about a little recognition here, Gabler?
Yes, that is what it was. I didn't remember who made the comment. That's why I was just going to gloss
Of course,
over
it was Gabler.
So I'm glad you remembered. I still kind of like Gabler.
I can't do it.
I don't mind him.
He really gets under my skin.
Like, I'm not actively rooting for him. Like, I'm not switching my winner pick or anything. But I'm rooting for him more than I was like at the beginning. Yeah,
sure.
I'm enjoying his journey. His story's been.
I like him. He's just like an interesting person. Like, he's kind of weird.
Yeah, exactly. And he's
chaotic.
Holding his own physically too. He's holding his own. He is. He's he's sticking it out. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, Gabler.
And on the red side, we had Cody win. And he was, obviously the last person standing as well. So, he's the one who got the reward, the peanut butter and jelly for his half of the tribe. So very fun indeed.
Yeah. Or did he? Oh yeah. Never mind. Sorry, I confused myself.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Came down to Cody and Ryan on that side.
Yeah.
And Cody took it. Yeah.
Okay. So, that one side, I don't know. I feel like that wasn't very exciting on the red team. I feel like it was really all the action was on the blue team. That's where we had Carla, Noelle, Sammy, Owen, and James. Yeah, that's all 5. So make sure I got everybody. Yeah, lots of drama in here. People want Owen, some people want James. And Sammy seeming to kind of be in the middle of a lot of all this, right? Really, everyone really cares what Carla thinks. I'm finding her more and more interesting, as we go on here. Everybody wants to run all their major decisions through Carla. Wow.
Yeah. I think, Noelle and Owen were kind of formulating this plan, and Sammy was kind of there, like, in on it. But there was a point where, and like, it felt like a good, solid plan here. And then you cut to a confessional with Sammy, and he's like, listen, Noelle and Owen are coming up with this plan, but like, I really honestly like value Carla's opinion over anybody else's. And I'm like, huh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it sounds exactly like what James says.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we've heard this before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carla. Bringing all the boys to her yard, huh?
She's really just, no matter how like the rest of the season plays out, like, Carla has had like one of the most interesting and like one of the like I feel like she's really checked off a lot of boxes, between the wear advantage, and she didn't even want to. Remember she left it at one point and then decided to go back, and now she pulls off getting this idol by trading this jewelry and putting on really like a big show about, oh yeah, I'm not up to anything, let's just trade some jewelry, and then now she's won she's won one of these challenges to an immunity challenge. Everybody seems to really value her opinion, and like you said, doesn't want to like make a move without running it past her, and she's had like a really interesting season.
Yeah, absolutely. Wait, so Gina, who are the winner picks you still have left? You've got Noelle, right?
Yes.
You've got Noelle left.
Mm-hmm.
Now there was some confusion that people think that I selected Carla.
I really thought you did
as my female winner pick. I may have. Now,
no, I think we went back to look and you hadn't, but I don't remember what.
It was Ellie. Ellie. You picked Ellie.
It was Ellie. Now to spice things up, since we all kind of still have one in the game, I'd like to make a motion. What?
Well, I don't.
Well, this is really for Gina. No, you don't. So you're not in this part of the conversation. But I'm trying to.
Okay. It's about me now. Me now.
Yeah, I'm trying to throw you a bone. I would like to give him Carla, just so he has a cart in the race.
Sure.
It's not a real thing. So like if she wins,
if she wins, it doesn't count.
Yeah, he doesn't get to bark in our face. But
right.
Yeah, no. But like, just for the fun of the conversation,
bark in your face. When do I bark?
Well, I didn't say you have barked. I'm just preventing the bark.
Preventing the bark.
A muzzle, if you will.
Oh God!
So
oh my God!
A muzzle, if you will. So there's a big push to get James, and there's a push to get Owen. And Sammy says, "Oh no! I have to go talk to Carla." And, and she really wasn't about the James thing.
Yeah.
But it didn't age well, huh? Didn't age well.
No.
And James got
Noelle had a trick up her sleeve. Yeah. Noelle, she's got tricks.
Right. Noelle. That's right. I rushed it.
Yeah,
so
put
Noelle,
some respect on my winner pick.
Right. You're absolutely right. I stand corrected. So Noelle had the steal a vote advantage, and to be performative in front of James to make sure that he didn't use his knowledge as power to maybe take an advantage or an idol. She stole Owen's vote just to vote for James anyway, in an attempt to make James, feel safe that this is now still going on Owen.
When she was first explaining this plan, I was like, what on earth are you doing? Like, it didn't add up to me. I was like, this is so risky. I don't know what you think you're doing right now. This is crazy. And then watching as the episode was unfolding, I was like, oh, she's much smarter than me. She's much, much smarter than me.
Well, I want to challenge that a little bit. I'm glad that you did remind me that this whole thing happened. I wonder how necessary this was. Because James felt very, very comfortable. I think you could have just told him that you're just doing it, and it would have just happened. Like,
I thought it was. Here's the thing. I loved how it all played out, though, because you even saw in the tribal, like James kind of getting that smile on his face when Noelle stole Owen's vote. It was kind of like that. It
was satisfying.
He felt.
It was a great blindside. Yeah.
And it was a great blindside. It's just, did she have to use it here? It could have been better spent later. I guess is where I'm going.
She maybe didn't have to. But it definitely helped to secure it. I think, like, if there was any doubt at all,
right?
Because who knows? Maybe there was a part that we didn't see in the edit where
James was saying, even like, oh, just to guarantee that Owen goes, I'll use my knowledge as power because I know this person has that or something. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
You would think they would show that though in the edit, but the other thing about this that I honestly loved though is that, and I didn't even remember it until Owen said it in the tribal, is that he was like, funny enough, this steal a vote that Noelle has, Noelle, myself, and James all took this journey together. And we, Noelle was saying that she really needed something here, some kind of break. So, we kind of, as an olive branch, James and I decided to let Noelle have it. And it just kind of went like, so we'll see what happens. And like the way that it's used, they're all sitting together next to each other in tribal. Mm-hmm. This is how that one moment back then has now culminated in this tribal council.
So a blindside against him.
Yeah, he literally gave her the tool to
do this.
I was gonna say evict him, but you know what I'm saying.
Eviction always works in this house. But yeah, I think that's really, really fun to add such a fun layer to the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
even if it wasn't necessary, I'm glad it happened this way.
That's fair. So that's what happened on Blue. And they went first. So Red enters. Red was Ryan, Cassidy, Cody, Gabler, and Jesse. Okay. Big push for Ryan to be the evictee. And then Cassidy on the other side.
Yeah. Cody and Jesse, they are so interesting to watch, how they work. They really have so much control and so much power, even aside from like the advantage, like the idols that they have, because Cody still has his, right, that he made, like the beads. Jesse has two, like it's just so interesting to watch them. And like it really all came down to them. There was a point where I think, who was it? It was I guess it was Cassidy on the beach, like talking to them, kind of saying like, we have to get Ryan. And Cody flat out told her, he was like, listen, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. And it was fine. Like there was not, it was so interesting.
It's going to be interesting to see how this one shakes out too, because you saw the next on.
Oh yeah.
People are onto it. But we'll certainly get there. But like the bit about this, there really wasn't much to say, right? They pretty much felt like it just should be Ryan. I feel like there wasn't like really a lot of
Yeah. I did laugh. There was a moment that I really laughed because Gabler and Ryan were walking together, and you could just see that Ryan doesn't want to be put in any danger. He doesn't want anyone saying his name, because him and Gabler are walking down the beach, and Gabler's like, all right, so we'll tell Cass that, I'll tell her that, I'm saying your name, and you can say that you're saying my name. And Ryan was like, well, why don't you say Cody's name? And Gabler's like, because he has immunity. He just won. That's why we're all here eating peanut butter and jelly.
He didn't really get it. Poor thing.
No.
But he was sweet. Just wanted to feed people.
Yeah.
And that was your last winner pick.
That was my winner pick.
Yeah. And one of mine as well.
Yeah. A lot of losses tonight. A
lot of L's.
Damn. I made it through the night unscathed. I mean, I had already lost one, so I can't really say. But
yeah.
So now you still have Carla. You got Carla. And that's not bad.
Carla's great.
Carla. She's no small potatoes. No.
Small potatoes.
Yeah, she's winning stuff. She's got an idol. She's playing. She's playing the game.
And again, just socially, people want to run everything by her. I think
she's
that's
got a lot
incredible.
of pull.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll change at all? I mean, it might not. But like, there were a couple times where I kind of like, I feel like people said that like, oh yeah, James, Carla, they're really running things. Like people, and like that was something that like was brought up, because that was even something that I think Cody and Jesse had brought up too, like that Cassidy was working pretty closely with Carla, also, and it's like, and those were all Coco members, and like I wonder if now you send James out, like is Carla's stock going to fall a little bit now because one of her alliance members has been taken out? Maybe some of her power, isn't as influential in the game. I don't know. I mean, Sammy wasn't a part of that. He came from a different tribe, and he seems to think that Carla's like the person that he needs to talk to about everything. So maybe her power doesn't get diminished at all. But I do, people were definitely talking about Carla, James, Cassidy being a strong 3.
And it was a concern of hers too. She was kind of reluctant to get rid of him because she was like, why would I deplete one of my own numbers and okay that when I don't have to?
Right.
I bet Cody and Jesse were almost relieved in a way because to see James over there, because like they were not sure about going for that move to get Ryan out because they thought like we can break up this trio because we can send Cassidy out and then Carla will lose a number. But like when they walked into tribal, like I wonder if it made them feel better. Oh, the other tribe did some of our work for us. They helped take out one of those numbers, and now we can kind of vote however we want. Like if we still want to get Cassidy, we can. If we want to get Ryan, we can. So
right. See, I wanted to make an argument of, this is why I hate the fact that these things are split up, because we would have known exactly how like Cody and Jesse feel if they weren't split up. But the other issue with that is that this may not have happened had it not been for the split. So
yeah. Positives and negatives.
Right. It'll just be interesting to see how this one carries on for sure. Yeah.
James was pissed. I feel like you don't always see that reaction too. Like people say, "Oh wow, great move, you got me." He was angry.
Oh, he was not having a good time.
No, and then he still had to sit there and watch another. It's not like he got to just leave. Like he had to walk over there. How awkward. Yeah. And I felt a little bit bad for Janine that because of the setup of this double tribal, she didn't get to have that gratifying moment of walking out and having her grand pretty girl reveal. She just was already just sitting there. I'm sure as a Survivor fan, that's part of it for you. Just like we would love to say, who wants to see my HOH room?
Yeah.
Like, like great if I win veto. I really want to be able to say that. There's certain things that are just important as a fan. So I wonder if she feels robbed. We'll have to ask her when she comes on. I mean, she's not coming. That's not an announcement.
Not yet. Not with that attitude.
We're just having the fun.
But hey, we'd love to talk to you, Janine.
No, we do. We would love to have you on. I'm trying to manifest it. All right.
Yep.
That's how you make something from nothing. That's what that is.
Sure.
That's the manifestation. Yeah. So anything else for Survivor 43 on tonight?
I don't know. Is there anything else? I'm excited I'm excited now. I will say that, they broke up and now the tribe's going to be getting back together. So I'm excited to see those conversations first going back into when they all meet up.
Get them. Hopefully they're all really
right
there.
And I'm very interested to see, what happens with Cody and Jesse, because it looks like there's going to be some heat on them coming up. So I'm excited to see that, how they manage that, because they both still have idols. They're both still in like a spot where they can save themselves for at least a little bit here.
Makes me nervous. That's my winner pick there. That's my winner pick. Leave him alone, please. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out. Because now they're getting the same pair of eyes that was on the James Carla thing, Yeah.
But we'll see.
And see we shall. So what do we have coming up? We do need to find some time. We can discuss it offline, but we need to let people know that we are actively discussing when we can do the Challenge Australia. If there's two episodes, if there's 2 episodes again this week, we don't know. Jury's still out, but we don't know if that was just a premiere week thing, or if that's how Australia plans on airing this.
Mhm.
Because we can't do 4 in one episode. So if there's 2 this week, we're gonna have to find some time over the weekend to button her up.
One of them has already aired, yeah.
Yeah, one was today. Now I don't know if there's a second,
Mhm.
but if there is, I mean, that's really gonna be a lot. So we
Yeah.
had to figure something else out. Yeah. So I don't know when else are we back. We are definitely back next week, Monday
Mhm.
at 9:30. We'll be discussing again The Amazing Race. It'll be the conclusion of this mega leg.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you catch our chat with Lewis and Michelle from before, obviously we did get into a little bit the first half of the mega leg. I was going to say the first leg of the mega leg. No, the first half of the mega leg. Obviously, we kind of got into some of that stuff. We'll be wrapping that up next week, Monday at 9:30. And then obviously our regular challenge content. Challenge 38 next week, Thursday at 9:30, and then Challenge Australia at 10:30. But again, we're gonna have to figure out something else for Australia if there's a lot of episodes. So check the socials and such. And that's it. And you can check those socials at Stretch Chat Pod, or you can find us on our website, stretchchatpod.com. And that's it. So throw us a like or a subscription. And yeah, all right. Yeah, we've had enough. It's late. Thank you.